Minister, no one would argue that Australians are better off than they were 3 years ago. So why does your government deserve another 3 years?
We have governed through what have been turbulent seas, but we've governed by providing cost of living relief. If Peter Dutton had had his way and his opposition to our cost of living measures had been put in place, Australians today would be $7,200 worse off on average. He has no plans for cost of living relief going forward. Last night, all we saw was a very dark speech, a negative speech. We had no plans except for jacking up taxes for all 14 million Australians. Latika.
If Labor wins a second term, is it your intention to serve a full term as Prime Minister?
Yes.
Prime Minister, why is reserving East Coast gas a bad idea? And is the AWU wrong to have pushed your government to have done this when you had power?
Well, the code of conduct that we introduced, that was opposed by Peter Dutton, has already delivered 6 times more petajoules, 644 petajoules of domestic gas, than Peter Dutton promised last night. He opposed the cap that we put on gas prices of $12. He had an opportunity to actually do something and support the mechanisms that we brought in as a government in December of 2022, and he opposed all of it. We've heard this before from the coalition, where they said there'd be a gas-led recovery, but under the coalition, gas prices went up 7-fold, and they left us with a gas market crisis to clean up, something that we've been doing. Mark.
Prime Minister, what do you say to those Australians who are considering how they're going to vote in this election today, and they're hearing that the economy is turning a corner, but they're not feeling that in their household budgets? What sort of hope can you give them that what they're hearing from leaders like you will actually impact their lives?
That we'll continue to have their back. One of the things that we have done is to craft cost of living measures so that we continue to put that downward pressure on inflation. Because unless you tackle inflation, the inflation which was 6.1 when we came to office, that rose, of course, in 2022 to peak with a 7 in front, which now has a 2 in front, at 2.4 in the bottom half of the Reserve Bank band. That has been important. At the same time, what we've done is deliver things that have made a difference for Australians, whether it's the 3 lots now of energy price relief, whether it be the cheaper childcare, the cheaper medicines. We have real wages that are going up. We very consciously changed Scott Morrison's tax cuts to make sure that people who were really doing it tough, low and middle income earners, got a tax cut. People under $45,000 wouldn't have got a single dollar from the former tax cuts. We intervened, a difficult decision, went to the National Press Club, owned it, went out and sold it, and now we will deliver, including for those people on that first marginal tax rate, not 1 but a further 2 tax cuts. Peter Dutton has promised to actually bring into this parliament legislation to increase the taxes of all 14 million Australians. We know that people have been doing it tough. That's why we have acted. Peter Dutton has opposed every single one of those cost of living measures.